Security board goes sideways. We are set to go racing the 250 main from Pontiac. Chad Reed slides to the inside. Can he come out unscathed? Everyone piling up in the corner. Look at this.
Kevin Windham and Chad Reed both tangled. This is going to be a great race.
Damon Huffman goes out, gets the Butterfinger hole shot with Mike LaRocco in tow.
Ezra Lusk, one of his first races back, is looking really good up there in 4th place.
And Craig Anderson sitting in 3rd.
And the thing you got to check out right now is Mike LaRocco has got himself another start. He's in 2nd place. He won the last one. If he get past Huffman and keep it real wide, he can win this again. The guys have been real fast from the back, but
you know what? I don't know if anyone's going to touch Reed tonight. He has been looking so good throughout his practices, heat races, and he flies through the whoops.
Damon Huffman out in front. Everyone trying to track him down. Let's look at it one more time. Travis Pastrana, how did Damon Huffman do it?
Man, actually, he went pretty wide there. I thought the inside guys were going to cut in, but you see Reed and Windham right there tangling, and Huffman just came out on top.
Back to racing action. Damon Huffman is your leader. Anderson squares it off, holds up Mike LaRocco. And as they come through 3 wide, here comes Travis. Oh, look at this. Chad Reed squeezing in there. I was about to say, here comes Travis Pastrana, but he's sitting right next to me. Chad Reed moves up another position. So it's Chad Reed in 3rd now.
Reed just seems like he's cruising around these guys. It's really amazing how quick that guy goes out here.
So smooth, picking the lines, and now he's got a real formidable opponent right here. I mean, it's going to be one-on-one with him and LaRocco, and he's got to pick a smart line. Travis, how do you get around LaRocco, a vet like this, and he can make it wide?
I'm a bad person to ask. LaRocco is the widest guy in the entire world to get around, so Reed's probably going to take a little bit of time here, unless he can just pull something amazing out.
We know you've tangled with LaRocco before, and you know you never want to tangle, especially when you're up front running for a win here. And Chad's definitely positioned to still win this event.
Yeah, Chad's not worried right now. He's just taking his time, but Mike LaRocco, he's going to ride his own race and not really worry about where Reed is. He keeps blocking him without even really meaning to.
So the battle is on for 2nd place, and Chad Reed just blasts through that section, caught LaRocco off guard. So Chad Reed goes into 2nd. Now he'll go to work on another Honda. Damon Huffman out in front, but Chad Reed has been so cool. Travis, I think the thing that impressed me most about Chad is he gets into a bad situation, and he just remains so cool. Look at that.
There he goes. Man, when you're as fast as Chad Reed is in some of these sections, it doesn't matter how wide the guy in front of you gets.
He flew past Damon Huffman right there, and nothing the Diesel Damon can do. And, you know, Damon's smart. He's going to ride hard. He wants to get as many points as he can. Right now in 2nd place. That's so good for that world title he's leading right now.
Well, this is certainly dangerous time for the rest of the pack. Chad Reed out in front with no one in front of him. A relatively groomed track and a lot of speed and motivation coming off of a disappointing finish in Indianapolis.
You know, Wyndham's having a lot of hard time getting by these guys, but Chad he's just gone right now. It's going to be tough for anyone to catch.
Chad Reed out of Dade City, Florida on the Yamaha YZ250, Yamaha Motor Corps, Bridgestone, and Scott sponsored rider out in front, making it look easy. Let's look at the pass one more time, Travis. Is this textbook or what?
Man, everyone else started jumping. Reed's out of the main line, out of the groove, and just pinning it by Damon Huffman.
Carrying so much momentum, Travis, through those whoops. Talk about the setup and getting through those whoops. We talk about getting into 3rd gear. Is it really, I mean, carrying your speed at the beginning is the key to being fast at the end of them.
Yeah, I really wouldn't doubt if Chad's in 4th gear right there. No one else was going through the whoops near as fast as he was. There's a rut forming in the middle where everyone's kind of jumping through, and he's just electing to stay out of the easy line, and unbelievable. Huge
Look at the gap
right
already. This is amazing. Well, Chad Reed's last lap time of 50.56. Everyone else logging 53 for Damon Huffman and 54 for LaRocco. Here's your battle for 2nd. Damon Huffman, number 20, sits in 2nd place right now. Mike LaRocco, number 5, sits in 3rd. And here comes Ezra Lusk and Sean Hamlin.
Yeah, Ezra and Sean are both putting in really good rides. Ezra, for his first race back, we'll see if he can make it to the end, but this is a really good ride for him.
We are a quarter of the way through the 250 main event from Pontiac. Chad Reed continues to lead. Damon Huffman sits in 2nd. And the topic that's been on everyone's mind today, so Travis, let's get to it. The thought of having you, Ricky Carmichael, Brock Kepler, Davey Millsap all under the Suzuki banner next year.
Roger's really smiling a big grin right now for the first time in a while. It's just, you know, we got a really strong team for next year. And, you know, watching this race, it's just, you know, we got the bikes, we got everything we need to get out there. And I think next year with Ricky being the main guy, it's gonna bring everyone's game up.
It'll be a great year next year, but we got a great battle right now. This is the 250 main from Pontiac. Chad Reed is your leader, followed by Damon Huffman, Mike LaRocco, and Ezra Lusk is in the battle. Come back and watch more 250 main. Chad Reed, we got a great battle right now. Bruin second, third, and fourth. Ezra Lusk in the fray. He is followed by Damon Huffman, who he passed moments ago, and Huffman, like Travis has pointed out, in a very tough position right now because here comes Kevin Windham.
Kevin Windham doing the exact same line, followed by David Villeman that Reed was doing. They're getting out of the main groove, the easy groove, making it harder on themselves. It's going to be very tiring towards the end of the race, but they are making it work.
Todd Harris along with Cameron Steele, Jamie Little on the floor, and we're lucky to have Travis Pastrana up in the booth with us, and here they come.
Villeman just making a pass on Kevin Windham, and I was about to say that section right where he got passed. In practice, Kevin Windham could triple that. He's not doing it right now in the main event, so a little surprised by that.
This track is extremely slick, a lot of rocks, a lot of stuff to throw you off. Reed's still managing to get over it, but I tell you what, David Villeman is really riding a great race. I wouldn't bet if this whole pack catches up.
Here's the LaRocco pass on Huffman, Travis. Take us through it.
Well, right there you saw Damon Huffman make a little bit of a mistake, and LaRocco, and he's there. He's always there.
And here's Ezra Lusk making the pass.
Ezra Lusk is riding extremely well right here, going to the inside of Damon Huffman, and you see the same place.
And right there, again, Huffman not going to do that next double, so that's definitely a problem area for him.
Well, if you're just joining us, it's Chad Reed way out in front, Mike LaRocco comfortably in second, and then we got a great battle of third, fourth, and fifth. David Villeman, Ezra Lusk, and Kevin Windham. Windham, who sits in second place overall behind Chad Reed, cannot afford to drop these points to these two Yamaha riders.
And watch, this battle is going to slowly creep up on LaRocco. Mike is the Iron Man. He's the guy that's going to be lasting the longest, but these guys' pace is definitely catching up.
Wyndham gets past Ezra Lusk. And I got to give a lot of credit to Ezra Lusk, guy who's been off the bike for several weeks after injury. He comes back riding very strong.
Ezra is riding extremely well, but I'm really impressed with David Villeman. He's moved right past Wyndham from way in the back of the pack and is up to third already.
And meanwhile, Chad Reed is all but checked out. Checking back with you, Travis, on the, I guess, the formation of super teams. We see these teams getting put together in names like Carmichael and Pastrana and Reed. Is there a day when someone will be able to corner the market and put all of you guys in the same team, or is that not good for the sport?
No, I think it's great for the sport. I'd love to see all those guys in the same team, but man, it would be so much controversy coming back to the days of Stanton and Jean-Michel Bale when those guys pretty much hated each other.
If you're just joining us, the news this week that really rocked the Supercross world, Ricky Carmichael deciding to go over to Team Suzuki for the 2005 Supercross season. He'll still ride Honda for the Outdoor Nationals this summer. But wow, it really shakes things up. Back to racing action here in Pontiac. There's Kevin Windham right now, currently running in fourth.
And that could put some pressure on Windham. You know, he has to carry the flag for Honda, he and LaRocco, but you never know what's going to happen in the offseason. As we talked about, Reed and Stewart still available. And right now, Kevin Windham looks like he's sliding around a little bit, Travis. You know, when you look at him taking lines, is that because he's trying to attack you harder, because he's staying to the inside more?
Well, Windham has really been struggling with this track all weekend. It's a very, very slick, fast track. So you would think it would favor the four-stroke, but, you know, the two-strokes are doing just awesome out here. So it's very interesting.
As he goes by, the pit board says, have fun, and it looks like he's really pushing the issue right now as we go back to our leader, a guy who's definitely having fun. And if they had a Supercross dictionary and you looked up the word cool, I guarantee Chad Reed would be under, because this guy, whether he's in last or first, his riding style is so fluid and so flawless.
If you look at Chad Reed, he's just been amazing all weekend throughout every practice, fastest times all the way through by 2 to sometimes even 3 seconds here in the main event.
Well, we got riders getting off, and Travis Pastrana caught off guard, as you see. And there's the interval back to second place.
Still looking. There we go.
Wow, that's some distance.
That's how far back he is. We thought, you know, one of the lappers might have been LaRocco coming through. And Iron Mike, my buddy Ackerman, calls him meat and potatoes because he's always working so hard. He's just like the Iron Man of the sport.
Here's a question. Here's a guy, Mike LaRocco. How long can he go for? Is he available for 2-3 more years?
Man, I keep thinking Mike's about done, but that guy, he keeps coming, and he's still winning races. I mean, he's a fan favorite, and he's definitely, as long as he wants to be out there, he's going to be up front.
Here comes David Villeman, number 12, and this has been really his Achilles. A lot of people said in the latter part of races, David Villeman tends to drop anchor and slow down, but not this week, Cameron.
And actually, you know, in the last race, we know that Davey Coombs had said that, and I think Villeman got a little fired up.
Yep.
You know what I always like to say is Villeman's best when he's a little bit angry.
No question.
You know, so maybe he's got a point to prove, and, you know, Travis, when you get into a mental mindset of, you know, you just want to go, and when things are flowing, how's it go? I mean, you can just keep going.
Man, it's extremely tough, but right now David Villeman is just flowing out there, and you know he's catching up to Mike LaRocco fairly well.
We'll step aside, take a break. We come back. The conclusion of the 250 main event. Reed continues to lead. To the Silverdome, Pontiac, Michigan. You're watching the 250 main, and that young man has won the 125 East. James Stewart, senior and junior, watching with intent here, the 250 main event.
David Villeman and Mike LaRocco are going at it. Villeman proving all the skeptics wrong that he can last at the end of the race. And watch his whoop section right here. It's just unbelievable. He's doing the exact opposite. He's blitzing through. Oh, right her down.
Well, this is the battle for second place. Mike LaRocco sits in second. David Villeman sits in third. Chad Reed is your leader.
And it actually looks like it's funny because LaRocco seems to move out a little bit on him, then Villeman has a tendency to catch him more in this flat area right after the finish line. See what the lines look like here. David really flying around that outside.
And then trying to stay out of the roost.
And he goes to the outside here. Watch him take the speed and try to get to the inside, but LaRocco now knows he's going to the inside, so LaRocco's kind of moving to the inside.
You see LaRocco right there still doing the triple. David is actually doing a triple on the opposite side that Mike is not doing. So if he can get close in the whoop section, I think this is going to be his best shot.
Mike LaRocco, number 5, sits in second place. David Villeman, number 12, on board the Yamaha, sits in third. Meanwhile, Chad Reed, number 22, out in front. On the left side of your screen, that is Chad Reed as he goes through one more time. Reed brings it down to just 2 laps to go. On the right side of your screen, the battle for second.
Here we go, David. If he can get 3 out of the corner, he didn't get it that lap. This is going to be a battle to the wire, I tell you what. But Chad Reed just out front, cruising, looking unbelievable. I've never seen anyone flow on that bike since Jeremy McGrath back in the day.
Yeah, the comparisons to Jeremy McGrath are many, but Chad Reed certainly deserves them. The way he's been riding, he hasn't had all the results he's wanted this year. I know he was very disappointed with a 3rd in Indianapolis, but you know what? From where he came from in that start to where he finished was unbelievable.
That was one of the best races I've ever seen in my entire life. The heart he showed, even though the points are spread out enough, he didn't have to. Chad Reed came through that pack with a lot of inspiration.
And you see this time, Villeman skimming the whoops. The last time around, it maybe it was because Tyler Evans was down, but both riders jumping through like a rhythm section. So it looks like Villeman trying to find a way, because this is going to be the white flag coming out here.
White flag is out for Chad Reed. Here comes LaRocco and Villeman. They'll battle for positions on the podium. Joe Aloff in front of them, a lap rider. LaRocco number 5, Villeman number 12. As Chad Reed is halfway through the final lap, Aloff moves over, and here comes Villeman. I gotta think he's going to do it on this next corner if he's going to have any shot at this.
LaRocco can smell the barn, though. I tell you what, this is going to be almost impossible for David to get around Mike on this. He gets wide. I'll tell you what, he gets wider than anybody.
Anderson getting in the way just a little bit. You saw Aloff was in Villeman's line setting up to that triple, so there wasn't really space. And look at this.
Oh, my.
Anderson blocking on Villeman, so giving LaRocco some breathing room.
That makes you so frustrated as a rider when someone gets in the way like that. And this group actually caught back up to Chad Reed, who's coming across the finish line now.
Your winner, 250 main event, number 22, Chad Reed picks up yet another victory. Mike LaRocco brings it home for second, and David Villeman will grab a podium position in third.
If you look back